Welcome back to Breaking News here on NDTVProfit. We're focusing on earnings, and right now we have Infotech Enterprises, the management joining in with clarity on the third quarter performance of the company. You've got the stock right now trading flat at 179 rupees. But right now, let's talk to Mr. BVR Mohan Reddy. He's the chairman and the managing director at Infotech Enterprises. He's joining in on the phone line from Hyderabad. Mr. Reddy, good afternoon, sir. Thanks very much for talking to NDTVProfit. So we'd like you to run us through the basic numbers, and the first question will be on margin front. How are the margins looking like? EBITDA margin, I think, it's gone down to 18.5%.
Yes. So let me run through numbers for you. Our revenues for the quarter was 475 crores in Indian rupees, which is a 14% growth year on year. Our revenue in dollar terms was $87.6 million, which is a 7.3% year-on-year growth, or about a 0.5% quarter-on-quarter growth. Now, on the operating margins that you talked about, we did 18.5% operating margin for the quarter, which is comparable to the 18.7% for the previous quarter. But then you have to keep in mind that the dollar appreciated against the rupee by another 0.5 percentage point. That definitely gives some reflection into your operating margin to the extent of about 20 basis points. So I don't think that there was any major variation in terms of our operating margins. We were stable in our operating margins. We were also stable in terms of our revenue. Our revenue was did not have any appreciable growth. It was just 0.5%. So it was stable revenue, stable operating margins, but we had a fairly larger amount of profit, primarily because of the other income. That's the foreign exchange gains have come by. So we saw a substantial increase in our profits. They were at 62 crores for the Q3, which is about 82% compared to 82% higher compared to the previous year, or about 23% compared to the previous quarter.
Right. Last time, Mr. Reddy, when we had spoken, you had indicated that, one may want to perhaps watch out for the value-added services space. In that context, I'd like to ask you how the pricing front has been. Have you needed to lower your pricing to stay in, the race?
No, I think, we have not lowered our price. Our pricing has been stable. So therefore, price contribution to our business has been absolutely zero. It's neither increased nor decreased for the quarter. But in the current quarter and the quarter to come by, there are some price increases which are a part of an annual contract that you would have. They will start coming in, but they may not come in to the extent that they came in the past. Some of the customers are wary about the macroeconomic situations at this point of time, but certainly the pricing will kick in this quarter and the next quarter. But for the last quarter, there was no pricing impact at all in our revenues.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, quick interview there, but thanks very much for the clarity on how the quarter has been, and we wish you all the very best for the coming quarter. Thanks for the clarity. We're wrapping up this edition of Breaking News. Thanks for watching. Coming up next is the 2:30 Factor.